What is going on, TCG enjoyers? Ciaran here with probably my favorite deck I've played in a long time. And I think it's crazy underrated. I definitely think it's like the most underrated deck in Standard right now. It sees like a criminally low play rate for how good it is. It's the Froslass Munkidori deck. So I know the Grimmsnarl is coming out and that's going to be a huge buff to this type of archetype. But even with Grimmsnarl, I still think this version of the deck has a lot of legs. So the list you're looking at right now is the list I played to the Monterey Regional Championships. I got top 64 there with this deck. I didn't have a lot of practice with it going into that tournament, but now I've played a lot more games with it. A lot of people I work with play this deck, so it's really, really fun. And the idea is to just abuse Budew, which is one of the best cards in the game, with Unfair Stamp, debatably the best ace spec in the game, and then you have Munkidori and Froslass just like putting damage all over your opponent's board. And then you have the TM Devolution to like wreck your opponent's board when they're playing the evolution decks, like the Gardevoirs, like the Dragapults, like the Gholdengos. And then when you go up against the aggressive decks, you can't really devo them, so you need some ways to take prizes. So there is the Blood Moon Ursaluna in the deck, and Ursaluna gets a lot of value for you here, because you can just kind of like play the whole game as a single prize deck. You can force your opponent to take 5 prize cards on you, like knock out 5 Budews even if you like stretcher them back, and then you just go like Blood Moon, attack for 0, knock out like a Raging Bolt or something. So the deck is very strong. It doesn't look like on paper when you're looking at this probably right now, like this is like a deck that can dish out a lot of damage, and it doesn't dish out a lot of damage right away, but it slowly builds up throughout the game, and you buy a lot of turns where your opponent just doesn't do anything, right? So every turn where your opponent like doesn't take a knockout is another turn where Froslass gets a tick. It's another turn where you have to do 1, 2, or 3 Adrena Brains, and you play a lot of cards in the deck to like kind of help you try and buy some time. So you have the Gravity Gemstone, which combos with the Counter Catcher. You slap this on Budew. You bring up something like a Knock Towel, and like you just make it have 2 retreat, and you play the Unfair Stamp, you've played Iono, so your opponent really has to draw a lot of combo cards to get out of it. And if you keep hitting them with like Ionos, you keep hitting them with Counter Catchers, eventually they should miss, right? That's just how statistics work. Sometimes they don't and you're going to lose, but usually it does stick, and when it does stick, you just buy yourself enough time to kind of just like run them over, right? And the monkeys are very good because it gives you bench access to your opponent. So if they have something like a Hoot Hoot on their bench, you can monkeys and take those out so they can't evolve. If your opponent has the Dracloaks on their bench, you can monkeys, and with the Froslass, take them out very quickly, and your opponent loses their draw engine. So things spiral out of control very quickly for your opponent if they let your deck get set up and go unchecked. But at the same time, you do have to have your setup going. The deck is very fragile. If your Froslasses go down, or if all your monkeys go down, your deck doesn't really do anything. But I have found that it's not too big of an issue to buy yourself some time. You can make some crazy comebacks with this deck. You can come back from even like being down like 1 prize to 6. And you even have cards like Maractus where you play against those decks that play stuff like Latios to help you buy time as well. So the deck is really, really fun as well as being good. So if you're looking to kind of mix it up, you're kind of tired of playing a bunch of Dragapult and Gardevoir, definitely give Froslass a try. I will say some of its matchups are a little polarizing. Like you are kind of weak into stuff like the Joltik deck. You do have the Maractus to kind of like deal with that a bit. You can add Genesect if you want to add some spice to kind of make that matchup a bit better. Gardevoir can be tough if they get set up, just because they also play a bunch of Munkidoris and they have the Scream Tail to pick you off. But you can definitely beat it. There's a game in this video that you will see where I do that. And I've beaten it actually a lot, even at the regionals I went to and just playing like locals. So yeah, I think this list could maybe have a couple more things changed to it. After playing like a regional, I don't actually think you need counter gain. I'd rather just play like something like a 2nd Rex 2 board, maybe like a 4th Counter Catcher, a 4th Budew, if you want to make a change. But otherwise, I really do like all the cards in the list. I think they're very good. And you're going to watch a few games against pretty much 3 of the most popular decks in the meta. I played them with my friend Camille, and I got him to record his screen as well, so we can see his moves while he plays, so we don't have to just be wondering what's in the hand as well. So let me know what you guys think of the Froslass deck. Have you tried it? Are you going to be trying it with the Grimmsnarl? I've been trying it with the Grimmsnarl. It's pretty good, so maybe I'll make a video on that one as well. Otherwise, just enjoy the games. Hey, hopefully you're enjoying the video. If you want to support me, consider checking out my Metafy group. I post puzzles, board state, VOD reviews, and I even do weekly group lessons. If you're interested in supporting me, check that out. Otherwise, just enjoy the rest of the video. Alright, we've got a game against Dragapult. So probably the most popular deck in the format. I think this matchup is, if it's the Dragapult, or not Dragapult, sorry, if it's the Dusknoir version, I think it's very favored for the Froslass deck. If it's the straight Dragapult version, I think it's slightly favored for the deck because they have Munkidori in the straight Dragapult version. So they can actually send some of the damage back, and they can start putting some pressure on your monkeys, because even if you have 1 Froslass, if they move 30 to one of your monkeys and then Phantom die for 6, it'll get knocked out between turns from another Froslass ping. So it makes it a little bit more difficult to beat that version. But I still think it's slightly favored. Also, the Hero's Cape is really annoying that they play a bunch of. But I think the matchup's fine. So it's an interesting one. There's a lot of intricacies to it. It's really fun. And this was a great game. I think there was like some like small mistakes from I think both of us that like actually like made the game very close and exciting. So yeah, Camille's gonna get the Budew and the Dreepy. I mean, I think that makes sense. You do normally want a Budew back against me. Just have that as your starter, because you don't want too many Dracloaks because they're just gonna get like knocked out. So he's actually not even gonna go for another Dreepy. He's actually just gonna go with this setup, which I don't hate because my deck doesn't deal very well with like if you can get a really fast Dragapult going. Because the only way I do damage is Monkey until I can blend in. So if you can get that, it makes sense. So he's gonna do a nice little sequencing thing here too, where he retreats and plays the Stretcher because he knows he's gonna get Bedewed. So I really like that from him. And he doesn't really need to get 2 energy attachments down next turn because he needs to evolve through item lock anyways. Yeah, really cool play there. Good play here. So my hand's pretty good besides the fact I don't have a follow-up supporter for next turn. So you see me here, I'm actually going to go and grab the Pokegear because I want to have Research or Iono. I already have enough good cards here. I can get like a Snorunt with a Nest Ball. So I'm going to play all these. I'm hoping to get Iono or to get Research here. I think I want Research. Probably... Yeah, probably Research. Yeah. Then you get that Charm. I'm just going to slap it down now in case I do get Iono'd and then just do the Itchy Pollen. Yeah. Because if we were going to get in this like Budew war, definitely want to have, you know, like a good setup here. So, all right, so I'm gonna flip him back to Camille's side. He probably wants to Brox for the Dracloak, I think. He doesn't really need anything else. My hand is 4 cards. He saw me grab the Research, so he knows I want to just get new cards. He knows I don't have a Dark. I would put one down. So I like getting the Brox, honestly. I'm just playing it a little bit slow here. Because all you really need is a Dracloak. And then next turn you can play Iono and try and draw out of this. So, looks like he's contemplating. Yeah, he goes for it in the end, which I think is correct. And then Recon, I think he just wants to see a Dragapult here, maybe an Energy. Brox is fine. That turns into a Dragapult next turn if you want it. And Pollen. Nice. Yeah, so now flipping back to my side, I really just want to draw Dark Energies and a Froslass. So, okay, there's one, there's a Dark. And then I can just rip the Research. Then there's the Froslass on the last card. So perfect. So this is honestly like an ideal setup for me. I think I Adrena Brain just knock out his Budew, to be honest. Or I can put it there. Why did I put it there? What's my reason actually for putting it there? You know what, actually, I think it's because like he's going for this like solo Dragapult play, so I need to get as much damage on it as I can, because I need to Devo it as fast as I can if I want to win. And like the Budew, like I can just knock out next turn anyways if I want to monkey damage. So it's not that big of a deal. Alright, so Camille's gonna get the Luminous. Pretty good. He can Brox here and grab the Dragapult, but there is an interesting question if you should go for the monkey attach too. Just to get that established, so you can start pushing some damage back and have a really healthy Dragapult. You can use Jet Headbutt and knock out my Budew if you want. I'm not crazy about doing that because then you're going to get unfair stamped as a Dragapult player. I think you evolve to Dragapult for sure because you want to stop taking Froslass pings. But yeah, I think attaching to the monkey is fine because if you don't, I'm going to start overloading damage on it very soon and try and knock it out, so yeah. Yeah, so he's going to knock out my Budew. I don't know if this is really necessary, because now you got to assume Unfair Stamp is coming. But he's pretty set up. Like, I can't really counter Catcher effectively, because, I mean, he has an energy to retreat the monkey. Budew obviously has free retreat, or I'll just knock it out if I attack. I could maybe go, like, Gemstone and Gust the monkey. But I don't know, it doesn't seem that good to me. But I've already discarded one of my counter catchers. So, yeah, I definitely get the stamp here, because the one downside of the way Camille played this is that he... Oh, I prized my stamp, actually. That's really bad for me. I played these games like a week and a half ago, so I guess I forgot my hand. Yeah, so like the one downside for how Camille played this is he is very susceptible to stamp, or just disruption in general, because he doesn't have the Dracloaks. But the problem is if you get the Dracloaks, then like they're just gonna take a lot of pings. I get a lot of prizes, so it's definitely like a trade-off how you play it. So now I guess I'm trying to figure out what I do here. I think I'm gonna Nest Ball for the last monkey. I just want to get as many as I can because I need to keep pushing damage. Because like I said, like the strategy Camille went with, I can't really knock out this Dragapult easily. I'm probably gonna have to Blood Moon it at the end. So I think it's more important that I just take out his monkey, and then like when I'm ready, I can just Blood Moon at the end. So whenever you play the Froslass deck, knocking out monkeys is your #1 priority. It's like the most important thing to do. Otherwise, they just send the damage back at you. They're gonna start knocking out your monkeys. It's not good here. So now that I have triple monkey set up, if I can get that next turn, I'll just be like flinging 60 damage a turn. If I get the second Froslass, it goes up to 90. So it'll be very strong. And then I put Bravery Charm on the Budew, just because I don't want it to get knocked out by a Drain of Rain, and then I have to give him another free prize. Actually, I'd give him 3 prizes, because then he can Phantom Dive. Or no, he would only get 2, because he would do Monkey to my Budew. He can't Monkey to a Monkey. So I think if you're Camille here, you just want to get an Energy, and then you can Monkey 30 to one of my monkeys and knock one of them out. Be good. His Monkey would go to 40, so he'd be at 50 between turns. I would have to draw another Dark to make sure I can knock out his Monkey between turns. Yeah, you can see he goes for the Adrenabrain. Okay, he's just gonna play it slow and just knock out with Jet Headbutt. It's like very passive. I feel like I might have gone for Iono. He also benched Dreepy, so now I do have a target to counter catcher if I want to try and get it stuck. Because now, yeah, I can counter catcher Dreepy, and then if I like play Disruption, he needs to draw a rescue board plus energy, which is kind of hard for him. I don't know if he needed to bench that Dreepy. It gave me a target when his board had no targets before. So yeah, you can see like I'm immediately going to go after it. And I think Iono here is reasonable. I want to keep drawing cards. A second Froslass would be really good for me here to start accelerating damage. Okay, there we go. Nice. And then yeah, I think here I just move enough damage to his monkey to knock it out now. Because with 2 Froslass, it'll take 20 between turns. It'll be perfectly knocked out. And then it's getting knocked out between turns, so then Fez doesn't activate either. I don't think I had a Budew in my deck, did I? Because I could have Artisan for Budew and then Gemstone if there was one in my deck. That actually might have been a good play. Because then that 100% he can't attack me with Phantom Dive. But I think Iono him to 4, being like, alright, hit like an energy plus rescue board is difficult enough anyways. But if he does get a Phantom Dive off this turn, it's not good for me. That's for sure. So okay. Let's see what Camille's working with. He got Iono. Like, there you go. There's the Psychic, but he can't really take advantage of it now because he has this Dreepy stuck in the active. So he just has to Iono and pray he just hits the rescue board. It's probably like a low percent he gets it. Oh. And then Fez doesn't work because I knocked him out between turns. And then even if you bench Fez, that's just going to like accumulate damage really quickly. And I'm going to knock it out. So yeah, that Dreepy bought me a full turn. It actually like saved me 2 prizes here because otherwise Camille would have been able to like Phantom Dive and knock out. Well, actually, he would have put one of my monkeys to 100, so it wouldn't have been fully knocked out. But yeah, so really, really good for me here. So then, yeah, I think I just researched. I don't think there's anything I wanted off the Iono. That Stretcher is really good. I can grab another monkey from my discard. And now I have the triple monkey set up. So now I can just start firing damage with that Dragapult because I want it to be ready to be TM Devoed. So Camille does have to find his cape if he can find it soon to try and like give that Dragapult a bit more life, or else next turn that thing is getting Devoed. And the cool thing is when you Devo as the Froslash deck, if the Pokemon underneath has an ability, it takes Froslash damage. So it would take Freezing Shroud damage, so it can take an extra 20. So yeah, I have him in a good spot here. And then didn't want to knock out the Dreepy because obviously I want him to have to waste an energy to retreat. And now next turn, if he evolves it to a Dracloak, it also just takes 20. So then I can just move 30 with a monkey, and then it's going to get knocked out. So now Camille has the option to get the rescue board if he wants from the Arven. I don't know what else he can really do here. He's item locked. Yeah. Actually, you don't get rescue board. You get cape here to protect your Dragapult. Yeah, so he's going to get the cape. Nice. Ultra Ball, no. Yeah, I mean, Ultra Ball is fine if I take the lock off eventually. I don't really think it matters that much which item he grabs. And then I think... yeah. You just put it all on one of the monkeys. Definitely don't want me to have access to them. Okay. But now I can Blood Moon and take a knockout. That's the problem for him, because I put this thing up to 80, and then Hero Escape doesn't work if you're evolved, right? So he is out of Devo range, but he's now just in Blood Moon range. Yeah, by knocking out that monkey, he'll go down to 2. And then, yeah. If I can just get like an Iono plus Blood Moon, that should be game, because I'll take 2 off of this Dragapult, and then I can just knock out like the Dreepies on the bench as they come as well, with the double monkeys here. So I think I should probably just like bench, Blood Moon, attach, and then just research. I think I'm contemplating here if I have enough, if I get like another monkey to go Devo. Would I have enough? So I'd move 40, 80, 90, 170. Actually, I could Devo if I wanted. I think I'm considering... Oh no, I'm considering grabbing the counter gain. I forgot. I was playing my Monterey list in this video. I don't play counter gain anymore. So I just grabbed the counter gain, and then yeah, I can knock out with the Blood Moon. But I could have also... I guess I didn't have an item in my deck to get another monkey, so no, I could not have just Arven for monkey and then Devoed. Comes the Adrenabrain. I think I should just knock out the Dreepy. Budew is going to be there whenever. Yeah. Yeah, if I was going to knock out Dreepy, I should have done it at the start of the turn and see what prize card I took. So definitely bad by me. But I think, yeah, this Blood Moon play is just so strong. And then, even though I have to pass, I should be fine. Also, knocking out the Dreepy is actually a big misplay, because now actually I can get Blood Moon. So actually, no, I'm trolling here. I should not have knocked out the Dreepy. I should have just put extra damage on his Dragapult and like left the Dreepy, or just left the Dreepy at 60. And then if it evolves, or 50 is fine too, because if it evolves a Dracloak, it'll die between turns. So that's actually a massive throw on my part. I should not have done that. I forgot about Blood Moon. And luckily for me, Camille's hand just doesn't have the Blood Moon. Or I think it's like prized or something, if I'm remembering correctly what he told me when we were playing. Yeah, because I think if I just don't knock out the Dreepy right away, I think I'm like guaranteed, not guaranteed, but like it's like almost impossible to lose. But now I could lose if there's Blood Moon, right? Yeah, because yeah, just Ultra Ball plus Research, not that hard to draw an energy. And you can see, like, luckily for me, it's prized, so never punished. So, yeah, now since he doesn't have the Blood Moon, I think it's gonna be a little bit too difficult for him to win. I just need Switch, and I just win. Okay, that shows you that like how many things you have to keep track of. Like it's easy to like make a mistake like that. And then sometimes you play bad and you still win because your opponent just doesn't have it. And then sometimes you play well and your opponent just has it. So that's why I like when I record my games, because I can watch back and be like, oh yeah, tons of misplays. So I always recommend people recording your own games and watching them back if you're trying to get better. It's a really good way to improve. It's a little harder to play online. It's like you're a little less focused and all that, but it's still really good. Yeah, I think he just has to grab a GP because he just needs something on the board so he doesn't just lose. He could bench Fez now. It's not an issue, I don't think. Because the Budew will just get knocked out by a monkey, and then if I play Switch, I'll just win anyways. But actually, he can Itchy Pollen and block my Switch. It's actually decent, but he doesn't keep it. Interesting. Oh, if I was him, I might have just gone like bench Fez and then research. Arven. Oh, is he gonna stamp? Okay. You still could have benched the Fez, I think. Charm. Okay, you can like charm the Dreepy and try and give it a little bit of extra survivability. Yeah, that works. Switch, okay. And then that, yep. And then Pollen. Pretty solid for him. But yeah, if he doesn't have the option of Blood Moon, like he still can't win next turn. I can just pass and let my Blood Moon just reset his counter. Yeah, I like benching the monkey just because if I draw like another dark, I'm chilling. Even if I don't, it's fine for it to just accumulate damage. Here, I don't think it matters too much who I Adrenabrain off of. yeah, I guess that's fine in case he plays Stretcher and then wants to heal. And then by putting the damage on the Dreepy, if it gets evolved to a Drake Cloak, then it's just going to die coming into his turn again because of my Froslass. So yeah, now I think it's a completely unlosable position given what he has left in his deck. And that he has 2 cards. Yeah, he can come and he can do Dragon Headbutt if he wants, but that's not going to do much good. Yeah, overall this is a pretty good game. I think it kind of shows the, if you're a Dragapult player, I think it shows the strategy you kind of want to take, where it's like you just go really fast and just make a Dragapult. Then it kind of shows like how, like, if you put a liability down, how easily the Froslass deck can take advantage of it. We didn't really get to see the cape come into effect that much, but it is like the way he did it was like the way that this matchup goes a lot. And then just like the power of Blood Moon in this deck is also just like insane for me. Just how much value it gets, right? So Camille doesn't concede. He lets me finish him off nicely. So I think I like to cleanly pass and have like a Froslass knock out his final Dracloak for my last prize here. But yeah, that was a good game. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I think this one was actually like a very good indication of how this matchup normally goes, with when there's 2 people who know or have experience in the matchup. Funny enough, Camille actually lost this exact matchup at Utrecht, even though he got top 8. It was only lost in Swiss, so yeah, a little preview for him. Yeah, here I'm just gonna Adrena Brain, and then we can just pass with the Froslass, and it'll do enough damage to knock out his Dracloak. I also could have done Blood Moon, but this is more fun. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed that game. And we got 1 more for you to watch. Or I think 2 more. Yeah, 2 more. Depends what order I put this game in the video. Alright, this game was like crazy. There's like insane Monkey Wars, which is always what this deck does against decks that play monkeys. So this is definitely my favorite game that I've played in a while on the channel. So definitely stick around to when it gets good. So Gardevoir is a matchup where I'd say people think it's like really, really bad. It's not that bad if you're playing against Brent's build. If you're playing against the TM Evo build, like, yeah, it's really bad. Because their deck, like, once it gets set up, it's like they also play monkeys. So like your Frostlasses are kind of like helping them as well in a way. And then if they get Gardevoir set up, they can kind of just get a Scream Tail and start taking out your Frostlasses or your monkeys normally. And they'll just win the war. But the thing with the way that Brent plays his Gardevoir list, and that most people have kind of copied, is it's very, very weak to Budew. Like, you have to naturally draw Kirlia, you have to naturally draw the Gardevoir. So I think it's definitely not that bad of a matchup as people think. Honestly, if you like get a good start and they whiff Kirlia, like, you should actually run them over. And you also play more monkeys than they do. You play 4, they normally play 3, and then you play way more darks than them, right? So it's much easier for our deck to get set up than theirs. So yeah, if the Gardevoir deck doesn't go fast, then I think I actually give Froslass the advantage. So you saw my first turn there, I went double Snow Run, and then I didn't play the Artisan. I don't want to put the Artisan because I don't want to give my opponent easy access to Munkidori in this matchup. And like next turn, I can just put down the Artisan if I really want and get the Budew guaranteed. But to start, you normally just want to make sure that you get those Snow Runs down so that you can get the Froslasses going. And then once you have the Froslasses going, you start getting damage on your board. If your opponent puts Monkey down, they have to start taking damage. So it's very, very good for you. Yeah, you can see here, Camille's just doing a quick prize check. He's going to grab a Psychic and a Dark, because for him, he definitely wants to establish Monkey. If you're on the Gardevoir side of this matchup, you definitely just want to establish the monkeys as quickly as you can, because it just buys you a lot of time. And also Bravery Charm, for the Gardevoir player in this matchup, it should definitely be going on your monkeys. You want to give them as much health as possible, make it as hard for the Froslass player to knock them out as possible. And then same on the Froslass side, you want to like put 1 Bravery Charm in your Budew so it doesn't die, but then you also want to have your second Bravery Charm go on one of the monkeys, or whichever one is under the most pressure. Yeah, Camille also takes a slow here. I think maybe he could have gone for Clef. I wasn't paying that close attention when he was checking his prizes, because his hand is actually not that strong. I'm gonna Iono him, so I'm gonna put Artisan down just to make sure I get a Budew. He already has a monkey down, so I'm not like that concerned about giving him another one. So he's actually gonna be up on me in the attach war, because I'm gonna have to retreat this turn. So he's gonna get more monkey value than I am at the start, but that's okay. And there's a Charm, which is really good. My hand's actually a little weak if I get Budewed next turn. I'm not going to have a way to get Darks, so... I think here you see me debating if I need to put the Charm down. I don't need to do it yet because Monkey can only move 10. And then even if he does Itchy Pollen, I'll be at 20, so I'll be fine. So I just hold on to it to see what he does, and then I'll decide if I need to put Bravery Charm on who. So, alright, so now that's a really good hand that he has here. He's gonna get the Curlia, and he naturally drew a Dark. And this deck, like that's a hard thing for this deck is once you get Iron Locks is drawing the Darks. Because after the first one, he only has 2. So him getting this is like insanely good. So he is gonna give up getting the Budew this turn because he's attached to the Monkey, but that's definitely correct to do. You definitely just wanna get the monkeys established as you can. So if he plays Iono, that'd be very, very good for me. He's gonna do it. Let's go. Because my other hand was not that good. So yeah, he's way up on me right now because he has these monkeys going. And there's Gardevoir, so next thing he's gonna get Gardevoir. But he wasn't able to get that many energy in the discard. So that's gonna be my saving grace in this game for sure. Then if he wants, yeah, he can Monkey. Probably don't want to put on one of my monkeys because then they'll go to 30. Or you can put, if you want to put it on my monkey, you want to put both. Because if you put one after a Froslass tick, it'll go up to 30. So then I can move a lot. I can move 30 at a time. Or he'd probably rather have me go stay and move only 20. Okay, so he put one on the monkey. So I'd probably do the second one. The same monkey. Yep. Okay, good. Now that monkey will be at 20 when going back into his turn if I heal it. Okay, now this hand has pretty much all I need because it has an energy. And then I just want Artisan here for my third monkey so that it can start taking damage as well. So I'll have a bunch of damage on my board so I can start moving it once I start getting like that triple monkey setup. And then I do really want to draw Bravery Charm. So maybe I should have put it down last turn, anticipating this. Because yeah, now he can just knock out my Budew if he wants. It's not that big of a deal, to be honest, because I'll just push up like one of my monkeys, or I'll push up my Froslass actually, because I have Rescue Board in my hand. So I think now I just debate if it's worth it to evolve second Froslass. So one thing you have to be careful about is if you don't have all your monkeys set up and you start putting like 2 Froslass into play, like you're gonna start taking damage like crazy. So I think here, if I put the Froslass down, it would actually benefit my opponent more because he has double monkey and then I only have 1, and then I have 3 monkeys down, so like they're gonna take too much damage too fast. So I kind of like hold off on playing it. If I had like 2 monkeys with darks, or I had all my monkeys set up, I would probably play it down. But with the hand I had, I definitely didn't want to. Okay. And now for Camille, he's gonna Artisan, even if he doesn't want anything. If he has a monkey, he should take it. I was gonna say he should Artisan just to shuffle the deck because there was a Gardevoir in his last hand before I played Iono. So his Iono gonna help me again because my hand wasn't that good. Okay, there's Gardevoir. I think he has. He's gonna put the charm on the monkey to keep protecting it. I think he has 1 energy in the discard, so he could go get Screamtail. I guess. Oh no, but he used Artisan for monkey. Screamtail was in his last hand. I think that probably should have hit the board. So I guess I get to buy 1 more turn. You have to be a bit careful here too. If he like knocks out my Budew, I can play Unfair Stamp, and then he's not gonna have a super strong board. So if I counter catcher his Ralts, for example, I could maybe get it stuck if I put a Gemstone on it. But then I guess he could just monkey again actually and get rid of the Gemstone. That doesn't matter. But it would force him to draw an energy off of the Unfair Stamp. And he's already played down 2 Darks. There's 2 Psychics gone. He has 6 left, so it's not that crazy to draw one. So yeah, so I think that's what he's contemplating heavily here. I think you probably just target down my monkey still. Because whoever loses the monkey war is like gonna lose the game. So yeah, so he targets my monkeys, which I think is the correct play. And yeah, when it's my turn, I think I definitely just have to target his monkeys as well. I don't see a reason not to evolve to Gardevoir in case he gets Iono'd. Interesting, he doesn't evolve. I guess he doesn't want to start taking Froslass damage, but if I play Iono here, then he's losing Gardevoir. It's very hard to get it back. So, okay, so nice. I have another Dark. That's perfect for me. I think you're just going to see me start, like, flinging it right back at his monkeys. Yep. And then I wouldn't hate to see an Arven for a Bravery Charm. I think that's probably a decent play. Gear. What am I gearing for? I guess maybe knowing I have a second Arven so I can pick something that's not unfair stamp here. Yeah, I think Charm for sure is what I want to grab, and then yeah, I think I just play with the stamp face up, being like, look, you can take a knockout, but you're getting stamped. Okay, so I think here I'm respecting that he could go Budew on me next turn, since I know he didn't do much. Because I think in my head I'm like, oh, he doesn't have Gardevoir because he would have played it down. So I'm like, he might just go Artisan for Budew next turn. Okay, and then I charm my monkey that's most vulnerable. Because if he has double monkey, he can throw 60 back, and I'll be at that monkey with the energy will be at 100, so it'll still survive. But the one that had damage when I put the charm on would not survive. It would actually get knocked out between turns. Oh, I did it that way. So he's gonna get Budew. Interesting. Oh, I could have sworn he had an energy in the discard. He must not have energy in the discard. Otherwise, you definitely just start scream telling my monkeys right now. So he definitely doesn't have one in the discard then. Alright, so me preemptively grabbing the energies is actually pretty good for me. Wait, is he evolving this? Yeah, there's a Psychic. I feel like I would have liked to see Screamtail if we had it. Because yeah, if you can just start Screamtailing the monkeys, he's going to win pretty fast. He's slowing the game down, which is interesting. So now if he wants to knock out Budew, he can, because I can't play on Bear Stamp. He's going to Itchy Pollen. He's going to keep targeting down my monkeys. Like I said, that one's going to be at 100 at the end of this turn, because I haven't put Double Froslass yet. So the other nice thing is, like, I get to control when Double Froslass comes down. So if I have a turn where I'm going to knock out one of his monkeys, like, I can put down the second one, because then he'll be behind on an attachment. And, like, oh, here we go, for example, like, I'd have to calculate. I'm going to knock anyone out. So if I go 60 to that, that'd be at 110, Froslass 130. Then also my guys start taking 2 damage, right? So for example, my monkey at 100, if I didn't heal it. If I heal it only once, it would be at 70, and then it goes to 90 between turns, and it would get knocked out, come back to my turn. So I still don't think it's time yet to put down the second one. Or actually, I have triple monkey, so I can knock him out, right? He goes to 140. Oh yeah. So yeah, if I can put him at 140, then the second Froslass actually makes sense, because he'll only have 1 monkey next turn. I think here I'm just deciding who to heal from. That one. And then yeah, now he's gonna have his monkey knocked out between turns. Now I have 3 monkeys staring down his 1 monkey. So very quickly the game can get out of control for him because of this. So I get Gemstone, interesting. Oh, okay, I'm just thinning my deck actually, I guess. Gemstone, yeah. So the Gemstone that Budew is basically saying like, hey, like if you want to attack this turn, you have to waste your monkey on my Budew. Which I'm like, I don't really care if he does that. Yeah. And if he does do that, I'm just going to push a Froslass, because I have enough damage on my board now that I don't need double Froslashes to be going off every turn. Right, switch, that's a whatever card. And now for him, he's in a bit of a weird spot. Because yeah, triple monkey, like his monkey's not going to survive through this turn. Like even if he heals it, it'll go to 40 at the end of his turn. So I have 120 left. Actually, no, it would survive with 1 health at the end of my turn. So okay, so he did have Screamtail, so he should have done that last turn and just started knocking out my monkeys. All right, let's see. So he has to put the damage on my active if he wants to retreat. Okay. And then, since I hit switch off the prize as well, I can feel safe pushing Froslass. Oh, I think I should have pushed Froslass. Well, I guess I don't know if Iono's coming, actually. So maybe I just want to make sure I have a retreater. Well, if he's going to Screamtail, I guess it doesn't matter. The only difference is that now I let him attack with something that's not Screamtail. Oh, he's attacking with a monkey? Wait. But now I put damage on himself, so if I get another monkey, I can knock this thing out. Yeah, I don't like attacking with monkey. Definitely should have attacked with Screamtail. Because now he just left this thing like wide open to being knocked out. And then for me, I could just get Budew and then... Yeah, I could issue Paul on him. And then he can try and keep knocking out my monkeys, but I'll have at least 2. And then, oh yeah, I get unfair stamp this turn too. So he's gonna get stamped. Yeah, he's gonna get stamped here, which is like brutal for him. And then have his only monkey with energy knocked out. If I can get one more monkey, actually, so. That's a big if. But I only really need to draw an energy or a stretcher, so it's not like ridiculous for me to draw that. And I counter catch with the Guardy to make it so he needs to draw an energy to retreat on his turn as well. As the... Or actually no, if I'm knocking out his monkey between turns, then he doesn't because I'll have 2. But it's kind of like a hedge because like if I don't get an energy, which I didn't here, but I have research. So I don't think I want Ion, I think I just want to research, yeah. It's just like a little bit of a hedge. Oops. So I put counter gain down, sure, in case I want to mind bend eventually. Nice. Then now, yeah, now his monkey's going down after we triple monkey here. I can almost full heal. I can get this monkey out of range or out of danger zone. Yeah, so get that down to 40. I mean, my monkeys are gonna get knocked out to Scream Tail anyways. So I think, yeah, heal the one with 50. So that like if he knocks out one of them, then the other one will keep accumulating damage, and I have enough to, I'll be at 6. So like if he knocks out the one with 40, for example, the one with 20 will be at 60 coming to my turn, so I'll still have 60 to move. Yeah. And then like if I get another monkey back down, I can move 30 again, so it guarantees there's still 90 to be moved. So yeah, he's in a bit of a tricky spot now, because I think I'm going to out prize trade him too. And if he Scream Tails, I'll just knock it out and then Budew. So the one thing is if you're playing as Froslass, if your opponent Scream Tails, you want to knock it out as fast as you can. So for Camille, he definitely wants to draw Bravery Charm if he can. Because once the Scream Tail goes down, you can block Night Stretcher. So yeah. He also would have loved to find his Dark there. His last one to knock out my Budew, I think. But he couldn't get it. So he's going to have to just settle for a Scream Tail. And knock out one of the monkeys. Yeah, now double Froslass is putting in a lot of work. His Munkidori is going to get knocked out between turns here. So, and he also has a Budew on his board, so it's going to be very quick for me to finish the game off soon. Like Blood Moon's approaching soon as well. So, is he? I think he's debating. Okay, yeah, I was gonna say it's definitely Scream Tail here. And then probably just put 2 energies on the Scream Tail, so then I have to commit both my Munkidoris if I want to knock it out. I think that's the best way to do it. Because if you put 3 energies because you want to knock out one of the monkeys with a charm, then I can just do 1 monkey and then just knock out the Scream Tail. So 2 is correct. Yeah, if he would have drawn a charm, it would have been really annoying for me this turn, but since he didn't, it's going to be easy for me to knock out this guy. Oh, he can't knock out one with a charm. Nice. I'm like watching on my computer and the screen's like small, so I can't see all the numbers. Yeah. Okay, so just knocks out my monkeys, but like I said, I was guaranteed to have 2 at the end of this turn. So. And his monkey gets knocked out, and then my prizes are pretty like neatly mapped out for me. It's like, take 1 off the Scream Tail, and then if I want, I can take 1 off Budew, or I can take the last 2 off of his Gardevoir. But not that difficult. I don't know if I have another stretcher in my deck. If I do, I might just want to get the 3rd monkey established again. I know I have Blood Moon in my discard, but I don't need it because I have Devo in my hand. So if I have triple monkeys going, next turn I can just go like all of it onto Curlia or all of it onto, or just knock out Budew and then Devo the Guardy. I think, yeah, first order of business is, if I'm not going to play Iona, which I don't think I need to, is to just knock out the Scream Tail with the Adrenabrains. Yep, and then the second Adrenabrain. Knock it out, see what I get off my prizes first, and then I can make the decision of what to Arven for, what supporter to play. And for him, I guess you just push up Gardevoir. At this point, it has so much damage that it's not a big deal. Or you push up Budew, that's also whatever. And oh, I hit stretcher up the prize. Nice. So then yeah, I definitely make another Budew here. I actually have game because I hit that, because then I can Devo. Yeah. Nice. And then I just knock out this Budew, and I can Devo that Guardy. So I think this game was a good example of kind of how you can win as the Froslass player, where you just overwhelm your opponent with Munkidoris. I think if Camilo would have gone for Scream Tail instead of Budew that one turn, I think the game would have been a little bit different. But I mean, he also got to the Gardevoir like relatively quickly, and he actually had the monkey advantage on me at the start. But once I caught up and overtook him, then the game became pretty smooth sailing. Yeah, that was definitely a really fun game. Tons of damage being thrown back and forth. And this kind of showed off the full power of the deck. I had a game in a League Cup literally like a couple days ago or last weekend where I played against Gardevoir, and I had like 4 monkeys going at one point because it's like that good to do against Gardevoir. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed that game. That one was definitely a really fun one to play. Alright, so we got Gholdengo here, which I think is debatably the deck's like easiest matchup. It's like very hard to lose to Gholdengo. Just because Gholdengo relies so heavily on items, right? And like you just Budew them so many times. Like you can Budew them like 5 times in a game, 6 times, 7 times. And then the Gholdengos have abilities, so they also take Froslass damage. And then like you can just Devo and just completely board wipe them. They do play one monkey themselves, but it's a little hard for them to get it set up under item lock since they only play the 2 darks and they can't really search for the energy easily. So it isn't too hard for you as the Froslass player to kind of board wipe them or like just like get the monkey knocked out, because you should have your monkey set up by the time they get it, and then you just like overload it with damage. So I think this game is going to be a good representation of kind of how the matchup goes. So on my side, my start's pretty good. I have the Poffin and I have the Froslass in my hand. Yeah, Camille's side, starting Fez is not that good. He's gonna go double gimme goal here. Oh, he's also playing straight Dengo, which I don't know if it's like better or worse than just playing the Dracloak version. The Dracloaks also die very fast in this matchup if you put them down. So one thing you can do is you can kind of stagger your gimme goals. Like you like don't put them all down at once, and then like you don't evolve the Gholdengo all at once, because otherwise they'll all take damage together and they get knocked out together. So you can see here he doesn't put all 3 down, because then they also become targets, right? If you evolve one, then like one of them gets trapped after I do like counter catcher, and it's hard to draw metal as well. So if you put a metal on a Gholdengo, take a knockout, and then I counter catcher like a gimme goal, for example, you have to draw a Gholdengo and a new metal energy. You normally have to draw Cypher for that. So yeah, on my end, my start here is like really good. I'm gonna get double Poffin going. He doesn't really have a way to punish me putting 2 Budews down at once, so I just get them both because I can. I'm gonna get attached to this monkey. I could probably put Artisan down if I wanted, but then it just gives him his monkey very easily, and I don't really want to do that. My setup's like good enough without it. So then next turn I just have the Froslass. I can get that down. Camille here, just easy Iono. It's the only one he plays. So I now, on my side, I know that I don't have to worry about that the rest of the game. So his hand's a little dicey here. Like the Cypher is good if he had a Gholdengo to like take advantage of it. So next turn he's gonna have to draw a Gholdengo. So this is like not unique to like when Gholdengo plays against Froslass, but sometimes, you know, just against decks that play Budew, stuff like Gardevoir, stuff like Dragapult, it's a little hard or awkward to get set up at the start if you don't draw a really good opening hand. But my hand here is like also not that good, but I mean, like I can just sit here and just do Budew, so it's not a big deal. So I think I shuffled my deck there because a lot of good cards got sent to the bottom, and I really don't need energy anymore. I could have maybe taken some out actually, but I mean, like here when I know he's not doing much, I can just sit here and just do Budew. I'm gonna have like 2 or 3 turns to probably draw out of it. Honestly, like I probably have like 5 turns. Like they can take such a big prize lead, and you can still come back against them in this matchup. So yeah, so Camille just stacks his deck to the top with the Cyphers. I think I'm gonna have a very quick turn where I just go draw an Itchy Pollen as well. So I think now on this turn we should finally see some action here. So yeah, he could play Cypher and like put 2 cards, but I guess yeah, he put double Gholdengo. Okay, so then he can now play Cypher now. There's like an interesting question if you put Monkey Dark on top and then you just have Monkey established. I don't hate that. Or you go like metal plus energy, but then I mean you open yourself up to unfair stamp. Either way, you open yourself up to unfair stamp. I'm actually curious which one. I can't remember which one he picked in the game. He's gonna go for the metal dark. Oh, okay, no metal fighting. Okay, he's gonna keep the dark in the deck for the monkey. I don't know. I think setting a monkey might have been interesting here. And then, because now if I go unfair stamp, he's gonna be in a bit of trouble. But he knows. He probably knows I don't have Arven. Would I have played Arven if I had it to Ultra Ball for a Froslass? Probably, actually. So he can probably like safely guess I don't have Arven. So I think this aggressive line is actually not that bad. And then he just guarantees he draws a metal. Yeah, well, research is a huge draw for me. Yeah, me putting down the Budews preemptively, like, if he does get the monkey set up, so if he gets another Cypher next turn, it's not good for me. So I don't know if I needed to put that down, because I need Charm to protect them. So I should Charm. Probably, yeah, I think you Charm the active, because like now he needs like Gholdengo and 2 energies. And now you can kind of see what I was saying, like why like you don't want to put too many Gimme Ghouls down, because this is what's going to happen. Where now he's already put 2 Gholdengos down into play. So there's less in the deck to draw, and then you have to get a metal as well. So yeah, he's going to get stuck here again. I still haven't drawn Froslass, but like, again, like it's not that necessary for me. Here I'm like, there's like an argument for research and for Iono, like to draw more cards, but I think, yeah, I like just getting the Arven for the Ultra Ball, just to guarantee it. Like, I know his hand's not that strong. He would have actually like played the stuff he has, so I don't need to play Iono. And then I can just hold this hand for next turn. Like, I have a counter catcher. He does attack, so if he attacks, like I'll just counter catcher like the last Gholdengo, the one that doesn't have a metal, and I'll just keep doing that over and over and over again to him. So yeah, now that I have the Froslass, like my monkeys will start taking damage, his Gholdengos will start taking damage, and I can start trying to get them into Devo range. It's like, unfortunately, he started Fez, because then that also could be like a prize I'd take to clean up the game too. So he has Cypher here, so he can Cypher for like Gholdengo and metal. Oh, he's gonna take the little Gholdengo. Interesting. I mean, the problem with the little Gholdengo is if I like have Bravery Charm on my next Budew, you just kind of just do 30 to my Budew, and like that's not very good. Like here, I would argue, like, I think setting up monkeys maybe just better. Like you just go monkey dark and then move 30 from the Fez. You can knock out my Budew on the bench if you want to take a prize. Or you just move 30 to my active. Yeah, because yeah, just one Bravery Charm on the next Budew, and like this thing is like just useless. Doing 30 a turn. I can even move the damage back off my Budew. Because now it's me, like, do I even bother with counter catcher on his other Gholdengo? Like, probably not, to be honest. I feel like I can just leave this thing in the active. The one benefit it has, it doesn't have an ability, but it's really just giving me 2 monkeys, and this thing is gonna take damage. Yeah, okay, so I do go for it. Because now he needs to draw his like last metal to attack. Which I'm basically saying, like, hey, draw Cypher if you want to draw that. It's very hard to just naturally draw it. He has 2 Cyphers left, though. I could have also brought up the Fez, but then you can just retreat with any energy. Yeah, so I'm going to start putting the damage on the, like, Strike It Rich Gholdengo, because that one doesn't have an ability. So I'm going to need to have the damage on it when I Devo, like, just from the monkeys. Whereas the big Gholdengos, they just take Froslass damage. Yeah, your goal always in this matchup is just to work towards a Devo turn, and then you like completely board wipe your opponent. So, see here. Yep, so like no metal. So you, like, he's just gonna get stuck here if he doesn't draw it off this one. No. Yeah, that's kind of what you do against Gholdengo. It's the same thing when you play like Dragapult. You often go like unfair stamp, counter catcher, and then hope you buy yourself a turn. I mean, he could attach the active, because then if he draws an energy next turn, he can retreat. I don't hate it. Yeah, I think it's reasonable. Okay. Because if he draws a metal, then he just retreats that way. Boss, he's going to try and buy himself a turn. I mean, my rescue board's already in play on my monkey. In this list, I only play 1 rescue board. So I do have to waste my attachment if I want to retreat on a snow run. Instead of playing switch. So yeah, I debated Ionoing there because that's my last counter catcher, but I basically came to the conclusion that like I'm ahead by so much that I don't need counter catcher anymore. Like there's gonna be enough damage on the board I can just win with Devo. So Now this Gholdengo is going to have enough damage on it after this turn with the Froslass ping to get knocked out by Devo. So now the next one should go onto the little Gholdengo, I think. Or on Fez, I guess. Doesn't matter. I mean, no, because like I can move the damage like 30 onto the little Gholdengo when I'm ready. So yeah, I'm going to start putting on Fez to accelerate that knockout. Because I think the little Gholdengo is at 40, if I'm like seeing correctly. So yeah, putting 20 on it doesn't do anything. I want to put 30 at once. So it's more efficient to put the damage on the Fez. And the big Gholdengos already have enough to be knocked out. So yeah, now here, he needs to like get another Gimme Ghoul down if he even wants to attack next turn. Otherwise, he's just going to get Devoed, and he's going to have no Gimme Ghouls, and the game will just be like over. So. Well, it's very sad to play Gholdengo against Froslass. It's definitely like the worst matchup you can go up against. Yeah, so here's Strike It Rich. I guess it knocks on my Budew because I didn't put a Bravery Charm. But now I can just like put up the Monkey and Devo, and that should pretty much just be game. I don't even know how much damage the Fez is at, but that'll also be knocked out in a few turns, I'm sure. Yeah, so you can see me immediately just grabbing the Devo. And I can even combo with Unfair Stamp. That's so cruel. It's unfair. Because now he has no draw on the board. Well, I guess he has Fez. I think Fez does trigger if you Devo them, because they do get knocked out during my turn, technically, when they got picked up. Yeah, so you can see the next monkey go into the Fez. And then he really can't do anything. If he benches another Gimme Ghoul, I just need one more Dark, and I can put like all the monkeys into it right away. And it'll just get knocked out. Yeah, Devo is a crazy card. Especially in a meta with so many evolving decks, right? It's like Gholdengo, Dragapult, Gardevoir. Like those three decks alone make up roughly, I have to give a number, like 45% of the meta, maybe even 50, depending on when you're watching this or what tournaments are coming up. I think Gholdengo is going down and play a little bit, but Guardian and Dragapult are still at really like high numbers. So yeah, so he could Fez here, and there's Poff. He could bench Gimme Ghouls, I guess, and try and mount the comeback. But I think he just gives up because it's just too much of an uphill battle from here. And the Fez is just going to get knocked out. I think I have my second copy of Devo on the deck if he tries to go for Gholdengo. Oh. Yeah. So there you go. That's kind of how this matchup goes. I think this game was very indicative of it. He did get a slower start than he could have got, but even if he had a fast start, like I still think I would have won. Like he's at 3 prizes, right? He didn't even really get close here. And I also took a while to get Froslass. I also had a slow start. So, yep. Pretty easy game for the Froslass deck. So yeah, if you take it to a tournament, these are the type of matchups you're trying to hit for sure.